discretion is advised.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Marvin and I are out on one of my favorite permissions and we're going to be doing some ground squirrel hunting. I brought with me the Western Airgun's Mordax in 25 caliber. This is making just about 50 foot-pounds the way that I have it set up with the 25 grain JSBs. I've got the Magnum version of the 0 decibel out front, so this thing is pretty quiet. This is just a really neat little gun. I've had it for about a week. Now this has a 10-inch SubMOA barrel, very accurate. This shoots a lot of different pellets well. I have tried the 33 grains, but the way that I have it set up, I'm getting 2 magazines, and that should be more than enough for getting out and hitting some of these ground squirrels. Now we've got a spot that's just out behind the camera about 60 yards. There's some wood piles. I saw a bunch of pretty active ground squirrel holes. And so I've got to fill up my magazine here, get some air in this, and we're gonna head out, sit down and see if we can get down some of these ground squirrels. So as far as getting the air in this gun, I've been using my GX Pump L3. I've had this for just about 3 years, maybe a little longer. I like it. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but it has worked out pretty well for me. I like it because it's portable and I don't have to hook it up to my car battery. It runs off of these lithium ions, and you know, I can run for just about a week if I'm out here just hunting, you know, not shooting a lot of my bigger caliber guns. These batteries will last quite a while. And I've got this topped off, and we're gonna head out and see if we can have some luck here. For me, one of the hardest parts about hunting ground squirrels is just to try and be patient. A lot of times you'll be sitting in one spot for 20-30 minutes just for one of those squirrels to come out and present a decent shot, because a lot of these debris piles, they'll hide behind stuff and you just don't have a good shot. And so it's kind of a waiting game, really. I think we got at least 4 or 5 of those ground squirrels. They were starting to get kind of skittish, and so Marley and I came back here to take a break. The Mordax has worked out pretty well so far, really easy to shoot. You know, sitting down on the ground, just using my knee as a rest, felt pretty comfortable. And it does pretty well offhand, obviously, because it's pretty lightweight. But we're just taking a break in the shade here. This is an old cattle chute that from time to time the ranchers do use to load and unload cattle into this pasture. And that's one reason they like us to come and try and get rid of as many of those ground squirrels as we can, because a lot of times they'll burrow in the pasture here and the cattle will step in the holes, they'll break their legs. So we're out here at least once a year, sometimes twice, and we just try to take down as many ground squirrels as we can, and I've noticed that there's a lot less activity. We've put a pretty big dent in the population, but they do come back. You're really never able to get rid of all of them. Part of the reason we get out in the field is to be able to use these guns under real field conditions. And yesterday Marley and I hiked up a dry wash. I set up in a few different spots where I was hoping we could have some success on jackrabbits. This place usually has quite a few of them. We were able to take a few shots without success. But it's nice to get out and do that. It helps me learn more about the gun. And we made back to the Jeep. I set up a real nice camp, had our tent in a real nice spot, and we just relaxed that evening. I cooked some sausages and some mashed potatoes. We just sat under the stars. I had my coffee. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to be able to come out here and explore new areas. I get to hike around with the guns, learn more about them, and ultimately that helps me pass that information on to you guys as part of a full review. Airguns of Arizona does have a lot of accessories for the Mordax, including aftermarket grips, a stock extender, magazine holders, and they even sell a longer barrel kit if you're trying to get a bit more power out of your Mordax. So I'd say Marley and I had a pretty successful day of ground squirrel hunting. We had a lot of fun out here. We got quite a few of them down. The Mordax worked out well. This is a powerful, accurate little gun. Very quiet with the 0 decibel. And this is just a gun that you can pack away in your vehicle. You can take it out to your camping locations, your hunting spots, and it travels very, very well. Very easy to fill. And I like the fact that it does come with that case, and this thing, when it's folded, you know, packs down very small. You could easily jam this in a backpack, and I like the fact that when you're done with it, you can just simply remove the magazine, make sure it's on safe, and it's ready to pack away for your next adventure. But we are going to use this some more. You guys will see some future videos of us packing this. I may actually do an e-bike trip. We'll do some squirrel hunting. But overall, I'm very impressed. You guys will see a review. But if you guys are interested in any of the gear we used, I will leave links for that in the description. Really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. If you guys enjoy these videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you like. We put out new videos every week. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.